Okay, I'm going to do my best here to complete a brief video tutorial on how I like to rivet plates to a piece of leather for instance, like when putting buckle plates onto a leather belt or plaques onto a leather belt, etc. So first thing we want to do is we want to get our piece of leather. This already has a hole punched into it using a leather punch. The hole should be pretty close to the size of the rivet that you're going to use to attach the plates to the leather. If it's a little undersized, it's better than if it's a little oversized, meaning the hole for the rivet. I've made a .101 handmade rivet with a little head already on it. Hope you can see that. And I've drilled a hole in a piece of 032 brass plate sheet, and I've made a 020 thousandths copper backer plate that will be used on the back side of the rivet. The brass piece is emulating a buckle plate, such as you see here. It's in, or even the plaque or belt plate, a decorative plate. So we're going to take the rivet, pass it through that brass sheet. Going to then put it through the piece of leather and then add the backup plate on the back side of this leather. I've got a what I call a monkey tool. It's got a little hole drilled in it. I've got a pair of diagonal nips, and I have a couple small peen hammers, ball peen hammers, to use for the actual riveting. So the thing that really makes this process the most aggravating or difficult is the nature of the leather allows that rivet, when it's being peened over, to move and shift and just cause all kinds of problems. And the way we avoid that is to cut the length of the rivet, that piece that extends past, not quite flush, but fairly flush to the backer plate. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's only maybe a 1/16 of an inch, about 60 thousandths of extension of that rivet through and extending past that backer plate. So we're going to put it on the anvil-like object. I'm going to use this monkey tool to kind of compress things just a little bit, kind of to drive that assembly together. And then I'm going to take the ball peen on my little chasing hammer here, and I'm going to start to hammer that rivet down. And what I'm doing is I'm not really trying to compress the shaft of the rivet as much as peen a bit of a head onto that side of the rivet, so that I'm now using the that's not too bad. So that peen is now starting to push down on that backer plate. Now that I have it set to go, I'm going to just peen a little bit more. Try to flatten that peen rivet head a little bit more flat. little bit more flush to the surface of the belt, or the leather and the backer plate, if you will. See, I'm not hitting it very hard. It's all about controlling the hammer and hitting it where you want to hit it. And there you go. That's a completed piece of rivet that's been pinned onto a piece of leather. The backer plate doesn't have to be anywhere near that big in area. It can be quite a bit smaller, maybe half that size. I hope that helps you guys.